Hello, I'm Octavio Garrote. I'm working in the zooplankton Laboratorio of the Federal University of Rio Grande, Brazil. And I'm going to talk about the continuous Plankton Recorder samples from Brazil to South Africa. The CPR is a device for plankton sampling. Looks like a torpedo and it has a cassette inside the device. This cassette has two silks. One of the silk is the filtering silk, where organisms are retained, and the other is the covering silk. These two silks are rolled together in this storage tank by the spin of this propeller. The CPR is sampled at surface about 10 meters deep and is capable of sampling continuously for about 450 nautical miles. Two transits have been performed, one in October of 2021 and one in January of 2022. This is the first transit, about 3,200 nautical miles, and this is the second transit, about 2,500 nautical miles. The CPR is towed by the stern of the ship, and a winch is used to deploy the CPR into the water. Once in the laboratory, the silks are unrolled and perform the phytoplankton color index. The phytoplankton color index is about categorize the silk according to its greenish in a scale of 1 to 3, where 1 is very pale green, 2 is pale green, and 3 is green. After that, we measure the silk, but it's important to say that before deploy the CPR, the silk is marked with this starting point, and after the sampling, the silk is marked with the finish mark. The length of these 2 points give us the sample distance that usually is 1 centimeter equals to 1 nautical mile. Using the length between these 2 points and the distance traveled by the ship during sampling, we can calculate the length of each segment and cut into 5 and 10 nautical miles. For counting and identification, each segment is analyzed under a stereo microscope. We put the segment under the stereo microscope and analyze the silk. We can see here a foraminifera. These are Ketonata hooks. This is a not identified copepod. Usually we have a very damaged organisms in CPR samples. However, sometimes we have lucky and we can find organisms like this. This is a copepod, Arpacticoida, Miracia eferata. Well, we have 6 silks of the first route processed. This means cut and perform the phytoplankton color index. 1 silk analyzed, where 102 individuals were identified and counted, 8 taxonomy groups, 18 taxa, 10 genera, and 7 species. Catarrhata was the most abundant group with 47 individuals, and Copepoda the most rich with 5 species. Why we use zooplankton, or why sample zooplankton? In general, the climate change and ocean warming are the two major concerns nowadays, and how these phenomena are affecting the ecosystems. The area. This is a highly productive area encompassing one of the largest oceanic gears and 2 important currents, the Brazil and Benguela currents. There is a lack of information in the center of the Atlantic Ocean. And why zooplankton? Well, zooplankton is a key in the ocean food webs, working as a link between primary producers and higher trophic levels of the marine trophic webs. Its communities are highly diverse and are very susceptible to small changes in the environment. For this feature, it can be used as a proxy or indicators of ocean warming. We would like to thank to MV Loader Crew for deploying the CPR, to the Marine Biology Association for the logistics, the Department of Forestry, Fisheries and the Environment, Oceans and Coastal Research of Republic of South Africa, and the European Community for the Finance. Thank you everyone for watching.